Carissa Véliz, Privacy is Power, Reclaiming Democracy in the Digital Age. In the age of digital surveillance and data capitalism, privacy is power. Reclaiming Democracy in the Digital Age by Carissa Véliz scrutinizes the precarious state of our privacy. The book reveals how our lives are persistently observed through various devices that collect our personal data, which is then exploited to wield control over us. The summary explores the origins of surveillance capitalism, its adverse effects on individuals and society at large, and the power dynamics between big tech companies and the public. As you traverse this enlightening narrative, you'll understand the paramount importance of privacy, the necessity for stringent regulations, and the ways to take back control of your digital life.
Under Surveillance Capitalism. Unveiling the extent of corporate surveillance in your daily routine, this article highlights that every detail of your morning routine to your work email is being tracked and how the information gathered is used to influence your decision-making. Do you know that you are constantly being watched? Have you ever talked about something specific and then got an advertisement for the same shortly after? Or have you heard stories about your smart devices listening to your private conversations? These are the visible symptoms of corporate surveillance, but do you know how deep it goes? From waking up to checking your emails, everything is being tracked and monitored. Your phone manufacturer, service provider, and the companies of the apps you use all know when you wake up, where you wake up, and who you woke up next to. If you wore a smartwatch while sleeping, it tracked your heart rate, movements, and even your sexual activity. Even having breakfast in front of a smart TV is not safe. It collects your data and passes it to the manufacturer and other third parties. It's not just the TV, anything that connects to the internet is collecting data on you. Even your games console, ebook, and your tea kettle. Your car, on the way to work, is busy collecting data ranging from where you go, your weight, eye movements, and the kind of music you like to listen to. Once you arrive at work, opening just an email opens the floodgates of third parties tracking your activity across the internet. Corporate surveillance is ubiquitous and nearly impossible to avoid. Every detail of your routine is recorded and used to influence your decision-making. Google's role in surveillance capitalism. The rise of the surveillance economy took us by surprise. Before Google figured out that personal data could be profitable, companies had access to users' personal data as a byproduct of digital activity, which either wasn't used or was only used to improve their service. Google changed that in the early 2000s by using personal data to sell targeted advertisements. This business model proved to be highly profitable, and others quickly followed suit. The legacy of Google's business model has since defined the development of the internet and other traditional non-digital industries. Smart versions of devices are becoming increasingly popular, and citizens have transformed into products in the data economy. However, surveillance capitalism comes at a heavy cost, the loss of privacy, a price that no individual or society should have to pay. The power of personal data. Your personal data is valuable, and it gives those who have it power over you. Third parties use it to influence, discriminate, and extract money from you. The most well-known use of personal data is targeted advertising, which impacts your life significantly. Companies also use your data to discriminate against you. Inequality is at the core of the data economy, and the lack of privacy degrades freedom, equality, and democracy. Data regulation. The use of personal data in today's digital world is comparable to asbestos. Though it's cheap and useful in predicting and influencing human behavior, it can ruin lives, businesses, and threaten public safety if misused. The author suggests that data should be regulated like any other toxic substance. With no incentive for businesses to invest in cybersecurity, user data is vulnerable to being leaked and causing irreparable damage. The 2015 Ashley Madison leak is an example of this. The article highlights the importance of privacy as a means of self-protection, referencing the high death rate of Jewish people in the Netherlands during WW II as a result of census records being plundered by the Nazis. The author concludes that personal data must be protected as its misuse has the potential to cause immense harm. Big Tech's control on data privacy narratives. Big Tech's power over narratives is due to their success in convincing us that privacy is an outdated value. They've dressed up mass surveillance as progress while making people believe that their technology is inevitable. However, we have the power to pressure companies into developing ethical technologies and regulating their usage. Personal data is needed for some services to function, but it doesn't mean companies need to collect and store all data indefinitely. Privacy and progress can coexist with appropriate regulations in place. Regulating the surveillance economy. The tech industry grew too fast, and governments were unable to regulate it. As powerful as the tech giants may seem, they rely on our data. If we protect our right to privacy online, the tech giants would fall. We need to regulate the data economy by banning targeted advertising and the trade of personal data. These actions not only preserve our privacy but also ensure our personal safety. We have the right to control our data and must demand it. Protecting your privacy online. Microsoft's Azure Management Room displays public sentiment toward the system, emphasizing the importance of social cooperation. The key message is that there are simple steps to protect online privacy, including being mindful of what is posted online, using privacy-friendly apps and services, and doing regular digital spring cleaning. Taking privacy seriously can impact safety, well-being, and future opportunities.
Privacy is Power offers a compelling glimpse into the pervasive nature of surveillance capitalism and the erosion of our privacy. The book sheds light on the insidious ways data is collected and manipulated to generate profit and control. Through the exploration of key topics like targeted advertising, the role of big tech companies, and the need for privacy-friendly alternatives, the summary delivers critical insights into reclaiming privacy and re-establishing democratic values within the digital sphere. By understanding the power dynamics underlying surveillance capitalism, readers gain a renewed sense of agency in defending their privacy and pushing for the regulations that fiercely protect it, ultimately creating a safer, fairer digital world for all.